spinal surgery, and I'm here for rehab and to have my PT, OT, and get better at like my normal stuff at home.
When Savannah was first born, she immediately had respiratory issues and she was intubated right away. And she was actually at the NICU for about 3.5 months. Received her trach, that's where she got the trach, and then she got the G-tube. And she was transferred here to Blythedale, and so we were very familiar with Blythedale. She was first discharged from here as a baby. She was vent dependent 24/7. And then over the years, we started to wean her off of the ventilator and she only needed it at night.
She came to us after she had her scoliosis surgery, which because of her underlying condition set her back a little bit from the respiratory standpoint. So she came to us needing a ventilator for 24 hours. And then we worked together with pulmonology
and respiratory therapy.
And respiratory therapy, right? To kind of wean her back to where she used to be at home, which was the 12 hours on vent and 12 off. Because of her surgery, she was in bed more, she was in pain, and so probably not breathing as well. And so because of that, her muscles became deconditioned. And with her underlying condition, she's more prone to deconditioning than you or I would be.
When Savannah first got here, one of the things that I wanted to focus on right away was getting her back to being able to take care of herself, and for her that meant being able to get dressed. We would start with dressing sitting at the edge of the bed, and we would stand to do certain things, and then we progressed to standing at the sink in the bathroom to brush her teeth. Sometimes at first she was able to stand for like 10 seconds, and then we would sit down and take a lot of breaks. So the teeth brushing then kind of transformed into finding out that Savannah was obsessed with doing her makeup and doing get ready with me videos, and that's something that really took off from there. We would spend time in the bathroom focusing on getting her to be able to stand at the sink and tolerate standing for longer periods of time, but also being able to manipulate containers to open them, to be able to use her makeup products or her toothpaste tube, and squeezing resistive tubes like that. So we were able to focus on fine motor with those aspects as well. I think as soon as we were able to connect with her on things that she loved and things that were really important to her prior, we formed such a strong connection. I think Casey coined the nickname Savvy Sunshine, and that's the truth. Like, she lights up a room, and I think whenever the three of us were together, we just had such a fun time.
It wasn't just doing an exercise to complete an exercise. It was doing an exercise but dancing and having fun. I mean, remember we even did the ballet when they came, and we were doing ballet there. Just for her, it translated into her real life instead of just a moving to get better. It was moving to be herself.
I was able to help her find the purpose of why am I making her open these containers in the village, because then I was able to connect that back to, well, don't you want to be able to open this makeup container? And we started working on doing her hair, and squeezing the spray bottle was really hard for her. So we had to work on her grip strength and things like that. And so being able to find those connections, like Casey said, is what gave her the purpose behind what we were doing in therapy.
We were able to safely wean her.
So she's actually off the vent for 12 hours during the day, so she's able to have a day like any other child would have. She's attending school, getting her therapies while at school, and then when she gets home and she goes to bed, then she just be placed back on the vent. So for her, at least for her daytime, she has a sense of normalcy like other children would have.
I feel like what makes me different than her, since I have like a disability, I'm like different from other people, but like once I have like a bunch of friends and stuff, they see me as with who I am.
Savannah connected a lot of people here. So like her sitting out in the hall kind of created a crowd of people to like get out of their room and just make this feel not like a hospital, and she did a great job with that. It was her enthusiasm and her just comfortability of being able to just make friends with anybody. And it's sad seeing her go, because she's a light. She's just, every day you can see her, she just puts a smile on your face. But it's so exciting that she's able to go back to her regular school and be able to do everything that she was able to do before, and now she's like stronger than ever. So I'm really, really proud of her.
Sweat.